Have you ever pondered over the engines that fuel the formation and operation of infamous gang cultures, specifically in a city as multicultural as New York? As you weave through the maze of New York's urban landscape, the city's colorful cultures, and its abundant history, there exists an underbelly that tells a distinct tale, a tale of survival, power, and staunch loyalty. This is the sphere of gang culture, a complex and frequently misunderstood aspect of urban existence. In the thickly populated neighborhoods of New York, gangs have integrated into the society's fabric. They're not merely clusters of individuals bound, but intricate social entities with their unique codes, hierarchies, and occasionally a sense of community. They germinate from a plethora of factors: economic deprivation, social ostracization, and the innate human need for acceptance. A youngster growing in these neighborhoods might perceive the gang as their sole viable route to power and respect. But this isn't strictly a local phenomenon. The tendrils of New York's gangs stretch way beyond the city's borders, influencing music, fashion, and even mainstream culture. Particularly noteworthy are the who have emerged from these gangs, especially the Sev Side gang. Among these artists who use their music to reflect their experiences and realities of gang, one name stands out: Kayflock. This artist has gained popularity in the music industry, yet it's a world that comes with high stakes. Gangs are usually at the core of violent crimes and drug trade, posing substantial challenges for enforcement agencies and the communities they reside in. While impact is generally negative, with escalating crime and fear, the existence of gangs also underscores deeper societal issues. It propels us to question challenging issues about inequality, opportunity, and how we can offer better support to those at risk of descending into this life. The landscape of New York's gang culture is in perpetual change, with new groups incessantly emerging and older ones evolving or fading away. One such group that has risen from this intricate network of power and survival is the Sev Side gang. Within the Sev Side gang, there are a few members, including rappers like kayflock, whose names have become synonymous with the gang's notoriety. These are individuals who, despite the odds, have managed to wield their influence, not only within the gang structure, but also in the broader of culture. Their stories, often laced with violence and hardship, mirror the complexities and challenges of life in New York's underworld. Born out of the disillusionment and desperation of the late 70s, the Sev Side gang, also known as D.O.A., is a significant part of New York's history. The brain behind this group, Freddie "Fast Hands" Johnson, a native New Yorker and a product of his challenging circumstances, didn't just summon this notorious group overnight. Freddie, along with a handful of other youths, felt neglected by a society that seemed to offer them nothing but struggle and hardship. They sought a community and shared their experiences, their pains, and their dreams. This shared sentiment of marginalization and the desire for camaraderie became the cornerstone of what would eventually become the Sev Side gang, a group intrinsically woven into the fabric of New York's streets. The gang's early activities, under Freddie's guidance from the criminal enterprises they would engage in. They began as a social club, a refuge for those who felt outcast by mainstream society. But as the economic conditions worsened and opportunities dwindled, Freddie and his companions, driven by desperation to survive in a city that was increasingly hostile to them, turned to illicit activities. The formation of Sev Side also surprisingly became an incubator talents in the music industry. Several members found solace and expression through rap music, using this platform to articulate their experiences, struggles. In particular, it birthed rappers like Street Savvy, who spun stories of street life lyrical gold, and Rhyme Master Rick, a poet of the streets who used his rhymes as a form of protest against the harsh realities of their lives. Their music further entwined the legacy of the Sev Side gang into the cultural history of New York. The emergence of this gang under Freddie "Fast Hands" Johnson's leadership and its unexpected contribution to the rap music scene was just the beginning of a series of events that would further entangle the streets of New York. The Sev Side gang would set the stage for a saga of power struggles, violence, resilience, and music that continues to unfold to this day. Like any organization, the Sev Side gang evolved over time. A potent blend of necessity, ambition, and influence from certain quarters, including some from the rap industry, drove this evolution. As the gang navigated the treacherous landscape New York's criminal underworld, the leadership of the Sev Side gang witnessed several changes. Each leader brought their unique flair and approach to the gang's operations, and the impact of some prominent rappers was palpable. Their music and street credibility gave the gang a certain appeal and influence, shaping its trajectory. Over the years, the Sev Side gangs also saw a shift over time. Initially, the gang focused on establishing its territory and gaining a foothold in the criminal ecosystem. As it evolved, it expanded its operations to encompass a broader range of activities, including drug trafficking and organized crime, to more covert operations. Some of these expansions were influenced by the themes prevalent in rap culture, reflecting the gang's adaptability and willingness to seize opportunities. The gang's evolution wasn't limited to its internal dynamics. It also had a profound impact on the communities it operated in. In some neighborhoods, the Sev Side gang's presence became so entrenched that it was hard to separate the gang's influence from the community's daily life. This was not a positive development, however. The gang's activities often led to an increase in crime rates and a sense of insecurity among residents. Yet, it's essential to note that the gang's evolution wasn't met with passive acceptance. Communities and law enforcement agencies alike took steps to counter the gang's influence. The influence of rappers and their portrayal of the gangsta lifestyle in their lyrics played a complex role in this scenario. There were periods of intense conflict, and even today, efforts continue to neutralize the gang's activities. Still, it's clear that the Sev Side gangs and expansion, underscored by the influence of some rappers, have been a testament to its resilience. It has weathered numerous storms, adapted to changing circumstances, and managed to retain its stronghold in New York's criminal world. Despite the changes over the years, the Sev Side gang has remained a constant, albeit unwanted, fixture in New York. Its story is a stark reminder of the persistent challenges we face in the fight against organized crime, and the complex role that popular culture can play in shaping such narratives. Today, the Sev Side gang continues to be a force to reckon with, a force that has now intertwined with the world of rap music. Their influence, once confined to the corners of New York, has spread to the center stage, painting a vivid picture of their activities through verses and beats. Over time, the operations of the gang have evolved to adapt to the changing contours of crime, law enforcement, and pop culture. Their current activities are diverse, complex, and influenced by the rhymes of their rapper associates. From drug trafficking to organized crime to the production of music that glorifies their lifestyle, their footprints are evident in the underbelly of society and the music industry. They've established a network that spans beyond the borders of New York, reaching other states and even internationally through their music. This growth hasn't come without cost, however. The gang's activities have resulted in an escalating cycle of violence, retaliation, and a culture of fear that's often mirrored in their music. The impact of the Sev Side gang, aided by their rapper associates, on the community is profound. Neighborhoods once known for their vibrant culture are now synonymous with fear, unrest, and gritty rap music. Their presence has disrupted not only the peace but has also influenced the economic and cultural stability of these areas. Law enforcement agencies, cognizant of the gang's influence through music, have been relentless in their efforts to curb their activities. Despite the relentless pursuit by the law, the Sev Side gang continues to survive, adapt, and even thrive. Like a rapper creating a new album from past experiences, they've shown a remarkable ability to reinvent themselves and their operations in the face of adversity. Their resilience, often celebrated in rap music, speaks volumes about the challenges that lie ahead in the fight against organized crime. As we speak, the story of the Sev Side gang continues to unfold. Their influence remains, their activities persist, and their impact on the community, amplified by rap music, is all too real. The struggle between law and disorder continues, painting a gritty, real-life picture far removed from the glamour often associated with gang culture and yet often mirrored in their raps. The saga of the Sev Side gang isn't merely a tale of crime and power. It's a complex narrative, spinning a tale of socioeconomic disparity, systematic failures, and a relentless human quest for identity and belonging. The influence of the music scene, particularly rappers, has been a key thread weaving through the tapestry of this narrative. The Sev Side gang, like many others, was birthed from the hard concrete of urban decay, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, even though channeled in a direction society regards as destructive. As we journey through the origins and evolution of the Sev Side gang, The footprints of its founding members, driven by their pursuit for power and respect, have etched a sphere of influence that echoes today. Notably, this influence has been significantly shaped and amplified by the gang's association with rappers, who through their music have given voice to the gang's struggle, furthering its reach and impact. The activities of the gang, while criminal and often violent, also reflect an expression of solidarity, a warped form of community building in an environment where standard opportunities for growth and development are scarce. The narrative of Sev Side is a stark reminder of the enduring imprint of gang culture on our cities and the instrumental role of music, especially rap, in propagating this culture. It's a gateway into a parallel world that coexists with ours, where rules may differ, but the motivations, survival, respect, power, remain universal. To genuinely address the root causes of gang culture and the role of music in its perpetuation, we need to peer beyond the surface. Only by understanding the socioeconomic circumstances that give birth to gangs and the influence of elements like rap music can we truly begin to address the issue. The Sev Side gang story is society's reflection, highlighting our collective failures and challenges. But within this mirror, there's a promise of change. By understanding factors that fan the flames of gang culture, including the role of rappers, it's possible to start dismantling the structures that support it, replacing them with mechanisms that promote growth, development, and equality. As we delve deeper into the world of gangs like Sev Side and the influence of rappers within this space, we inch closer to finding solutions to the age-old problem of gang culture.